The Elder Wand is one of the fabled Deathly Hallows. It is said to be the most powerful wand to ever exist. Its entire history is stained in blood, as it's been sought after by many devout followers of the Deathly Hallows. The bloody history of the Elder Wand begins here. There is some speculation over who created the wand. There are those who believe that the story of the three brothers was actually true and that the wand was bestowed upon Antioch Peverell supposedly by Death himself after the wizard requested it. However, Death himself being the creator of the wand seems quite far-fetched to believe for me personally. Even Albus Dumbledore believed that the wand's creation was down to the brilliant mind of Antioch himself and his own ambition to push the boundaries of magic. After all, Tom Riddle, although not creating a wand, certainly tested the limits of just how far one man can go and achieved immortality. Antioch Peverell done what many who are proud of a creation would do, and that's talking about it. Peverell's mistake was boasting about his wand's power while drunk, and in a society of people currently lusting for power, it's not surprising that he had attracted the wrong kind of attention, and this is where the blood trail starts. But before we get into the trail and the wand's many owners, it's important we understand the capabilities of the wand and why it works differently for some over others. The wand's allegiance is only to power. It wants to be wielded by a wizard capable of greatness. It is said to be the most powerful wand that has ever existed, able to perform tremendous feats of magic that would normally be considered impossible even by the most skilled wizards, such as mending another wand damaged beyond normal magical repair. It's a common misconception amongst many that anyone that wields the Elder Wand is unbeatable, when it's simply not the case. For dueling purposes, the Elder Wand is only as strong as the wizard controlling it, hence why it's changed hands so many times. As I've said previously, it's the capability to perform tremendous feats of magic that makes the wand so special. The wand's core is the tail hair of a thestral, a potent yet tricky substance to master that can be only handled by a witch or wizard who is capable of accepting death, since only by such can it be seen, which basically means you can't handle a thestral tail hair if you can't see it to begin with. So the trail begins with Antioch Peverell, and you can decide yourself how he acquired it. For me, I think he made it himself. Antioch easily killed a rival wizard with the wand and drunkenly boasted that he owned the most powerful wand in existence. And in a time where power was so lustfully sought after by so many wizards, the eldest Peverell brother did himself no favours by attracting the wrong kind of attention. He was killed in his sleep that very night by an unknown man, and the wand was stolen. Emeric the Evil, according to those who've studied wand lore and the history of the Deathly Hallows, was the first historically known master of the Elder Wand. Emeric, as you may have guessed by his given name, was a cruel and evil man. He terrorised the south of England for many years until he was defeated, or slaughtered as it's written, by Egbert the Egregious in what was described as a ferocious duel. Egbert mastered the Elder Wand for some time, but then disappeared from history, with no information on his death or where he resided. The wand also disappeared from history for over 100 years until it fell into the hands of a wizard known as Godolo. Godolo used the Elder Wand to achieve new feats of dark magic. He wielded the wand for some time, and then used it to help him create the dark arts book, Magique Most Evil. He was betrayed by his own son Hereward, who stunned his father and locked him in his own cellar, leaving him to die. The wand's history once again becomes clouded at this point, with no information on Hereward thereafter. It falls into the hands of a wizard known as Barnabas Deveril. Barnabas, already quite skillful, used the wands to carve out a fearsome reputation as a warlock and caused much havoc and unrest for many years. His reign of terror with the wand was finally ended when Loxias, a powerful wizard, killed him and took the wand for himself. One awful reign that has just ended soon became another with Loxias in power. He gave the wand the nickname of the Death Stick. Loxias killed anyone who displeased him. He made many enemies and was highly disliked by his own peers. It is unknown who killed him, but there is much speculation that two wizards known as Argus and Livius were the perpetrators. and there is even one rumour that it was Loxia's own mother, herself. Miku Grigorovich then came into possession of the wand and began trying to replicate its properties, to little success. In order to increase his business, he started a rumour that he indeed had the Elder Wand, which was overheard by dark wizard Gellert Grindelwald, who then broke into Grigorovich's wand shop, stunned the wand maker to acquire the wand's mastery, and made his getaway. Grindelwald ruthlessly mastered the Elder Wand for many years until he lost its allegiance to former friend and love interest Albus Dumbledore in an infamous duel that was said to have lasted 3 hours. Albus Dumbledore then peacefully mastered the Elder Wand for several decades until his death. He was disarmed by Draco Malfoy beforehand, who was then disarmed by Harry Potter in Malfoy Manor. With Harry as the true master of the Elder Wand, it was never truly loyal to Lord Voldemort. After the Dark Lord's defeat, Harry placed the wand back in Dumbledore's tomb, where it has remained ever since. He did not actually destroy the wand like it appeared in the movie. And that is all for today's video. Everyone, thanks very much for watching. Make sure to follow me on Instagram at InstaDeanJ and check out the merchandise store for cool t-shirts like you see on screen. The link is in the description below. If you want to check out some more of my videos from Harry Potter Folklore, they're on the left hand side of the screen. And I also have a second channel called Game of Thrones Lore, similar to this one but all about Game of Thrones. That's on the top right. And the link to the merchandise store is in the bottom right. Thanks again, and I hope you all have a great day.